While many ghost towns were born from the glitz of gold or the hope of the homestead, others were forged in the dark, soot-filled tunnels of the coal industry. These are the sites where the industrial ambition of the West was built on the backs of thousands of laborers. I'm Sydney Richardson. Today on Echoes of the West, we are exploring the Morley Coal Mine. Located right on the edge of the New Mexico border, Morley wasn't just a mine. It was a company-owned ecosystem that perfectly illustrates the resource struggles and cultural shifts of the early 20th century. Morley was established in the early 1900s by the Colorado Fuel and Iron Company. It was a closed town, meaning that the company owned everything: the houses, the store, and even the church. This was the pinnacle of industrial ambition, where a corporation controlled every aspect of a miner's life. The town was dominated by the industrial infrastructure. The mine sat about 200 meters away from the heart of the town. They had a massive coal tipple where the black gold was processed and loaded onto the Santa Fe Railroad. Moving away from the mine, the town was divided into specific sectors. There was a prestigious row of houses for mine officials and a more modest block of identical company-built cottages for miners and their families. Central to daily life was the Colorado Fuel and Iron Company store and the Morley School, which sat in the shadow of the mountains. Most notably, the town featured the beautiful St. Aloysius Catholic Church, whose stone ruins are some of the only structures still clearly visible today. Unlike the booms and busts of independent gold prospectors, Morley was a calculated, massive operation. At its peak, this mine was one of the largest producers of coke and coal in the state, fueling the massive steel mills in Pueblo. But this thriving hub was built on the foundation of intense labor and strict corporate oversight. History often focuses on the tonnage of coal, but the human element is what makes Morley a historical treasure. Local stories and folklore often combine factual research with the lived experiences of the immigrant miners who called this canyon home. Life here was a constant resource struggle. Miners faced dangerous conditions daily, and the town itself was a melting pot of different cultures brought together by the hope of a steady wage. These towns are essential for understanding the cultural shifts that occurred as workers began to fight for better rights and safety. The decline of Morley wasn't a sudden disaster, but a shift in the economic landscape. By the 1950s, the demand for coal began to drop as other energy resources took hold. When the mine lost its value, the company shut it down. In 1950, the town was essentially dismantled. The houses were sold or moved, leaving only the stone foundations we see today. This transition highlights why some towns survived the transition into the modern era, while others became shadows of their former glory. From the gold of St. Elmo to the coal of Morley, these ghost towns are the heartbeat of the American West. I'm Sydney Richardson. Thanks for watching.